Suppose someone wants to open a bookstore in Berlin. After identifying the target audience as pupils, students, teachers, parents, and other book lovers, he first thinks about from whom and at what price he can get books and school supplies. After doing this, he determines exactly what products he'll sell and at what price. However, there are some difficulties with the sales floor he wants to rent. The price of the few places he's looked at are too expensive for him. Finally, he finds a low-cost place with no school or university around. And the place is less crowded. So the person decides to start his business in this area. The next step is to order flyers for promotion and advertising. The business begins to operate. However, after a few months, sales are really low, and the person is forced to close the business, thinking that it won't work. If we analyze this short business story, as many people know from the video, even if that person does everything right when he starts this business, he chose the wrong location while making his marketing strategy. There are no schools, universities, or businesses in the area that are related to books. Thus, due to this one inappropriate decision, the business fails. In other words, the bookstore we're talking about offers the right product, the right price, and does the right advertising, but in the wrong place. This is the reason for the failure. In this video, we'll talk about the 4P concept used to develop the right marketing strategy before launching a product or business. This approach is also called marketing mix. This is called mix because product, price, place, and promotion are 4 inseparable elements that represent 4P. 4P is made up of the initials of these 4 words. In the example of the bookstore, we also saw that despite the fact that 3 of these 4 factors were done correctly, only one factor, that is, the wrong choice in terms of location, led to failure. In simple terms, 4P is like the 4 main ingredients needed to make a delicious meal. If one of them isn't there, then the meal won't be delicious. Now let's explain the concept of 4P in detail and see how we can apply this approach. The first factor of 4P is product. A product here is a physical product or service. In general, we'll call it a product. First of all, we need to know what problem in the market the product will solve. At the same time, we need to determine what features, qualities, design, packaging, dimensions, and other things the product will have. The second factor is price. That is the market price of the product. Here, the price of the product will directly affect sales. Therefore, the question arises, how much are potential customers willing to pay for this product? If the target audience of the product is low-income people and a high price is set for it, then the product will not be sold. Conversely, if the product is a premium product and the target people are high-income people, then the fact that the price is below the norm will have a negative impact on sales. An additional question you could ask is, at what price do companies offer similar products? Taking into account these factors will increase the likelihood of the product being successful in the market. You've probably noticed that the price of most products isn't a flat, say, $10, but instead $9.99. Although there's only technically a small difference of just 1 penny, customers perceive it as a bigger difference. $9.99 can seem like a lot less to them. The same is true for products with a certain percentage discount. In other cases, payments for more expensive products can be offered under different conditions, for example, installment plans or on credit. The price of a product determines not only how much profit the company will make, but also how the product is perceived in the market at that price. For example, the high cost of a product will give the impression that it's a premium product in the market. Place as the third factor of 4P is explained as follows. Where will the product be offered to customers? At the beginning of the video, a man who wanted to set up a bookstore business made the wrong choice. He had the right target audience with the right product, the right price, and the right advertising, but in the wrong place. As a result, it failed. In modern times, the concept of space includes not only any physical areas, but also online space. Online space has become even more important in recent years, and in recent months it's become extremely important. For example, people who buy products from Amazon do it online, not at a physical location. Promotion, the ultimate factor in 4P, is also at the heart of a product's marketing strategy. We also need to present that product in the right way in order to offer the right product at the right price and in the right place to our appropriate target audience. The presentation here means not only general advertising, but also, in detail, public relations, customer meetings, social media activities, influencer cooperation, sponsors, etc. In short, the presentation creates an interaction between the product and the customer. An important factor here is to find the advertising channel that can establish the most accurate connection between the product and the customer. In fact, the promotional factor in 4P is related to the spatial factor. Thus, the space itself can directly affect the promotion or advertising. So let's say you can sometimes see a market whose strategic position is so strong that it no longer needs any presentation or advertising. Indirectly, it has a large customer base due to its good strategic position. In conclusion, the concept of 4P or marketing mix plays an important role in building a marketing strategy when launching a physical product or service. By applying this marketing strategy, the presented product will have its own position, differing from the products offered by other competitors. Of course, the market must be thoroughly researched before establishing a product marketing strategy.